Welcome to your awesome Doug adventure. I'm Captain D, Captain Daryl. Am I being filmed? Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna be on YouTube. Anyway, guys, we're gonna have a great tour. 1 hour, 15 minutes of your time today. We're gonna have you back in plenty of time to get on with the rest of your day. If you like my jokes, 1 hour, 16. Yeah. I tell stupid jokes. There's no stopping me. By the way, no stopping me. I know they're bad. I know they're terrible. You don't have to tell me. I hear about it all the time. But guess what? You remember them. Let's see, a couple things real quick. We are an open air vehicle. What does that mean? Hopefully it means Captain Daryl will get this thing going so we can all cool off a little bit. That's what I think, yeah. Penn State, a little warm for you? You okay? You doing? I got my dog from Penn State, actually. So, small world. But anyway, moving along. Let's see, I'm Captain... For all my Cajun friends, and for everybody else, Andre, Ipa. That sums it up down here. Here we go. Quack along, everybody. Might have fine quacking back there. Y'all were born with a silver quacker in your mouth. Don't look now, y'all. Historic 6th Street, Austin, Texas. The live music capital of the world. Here we are. 6th Street, known for its tattoo places, bars, great restaurants, and its people. Yeah. Let's do the disclaimer right now. You never know what you're going to see on 6th Street. You have been warned, okay? You have to put your blinders on. Be careful. Voodoo! Anybody had the Voodoo donuts? See the pink box go by? Anybody had them? Oh my gosh. Talking about a sugar high. You see how fast she was walking? She was on a sugar high rush right there, boy. Uh-oh. Might have some leftover Rot Rally people right there. Check out that rig. See a lot of that during the Rot Rally. Anybody here in town for the Rot Rally or saw the Rot Rally by any chance? 12 to 15,000 motorcycles right up here, guys, Saturday night, parked like dominoes in line. Awesome, awesome sight to see. 6th Street, known as Pecan Street. Anybody from the Deep South? Deep South on board. Anybody? Pecan! For you in the back, there you go. Also known as Market Street in the early days. Uh-oh, it's getting faster. Keep up, keep up. Oh yeah, you guys are doing good. Big finish, here we go. Yeah, 2 o'clock, give yourselves a hand. That's how we start a duck adventure. Woohoo! Good job. Pete Stooley Piano Bar right back there. Very locally historic building, very local. That was Mr. Paggio's back in the day. And that place right there is kind of what started 6th Street. They had the first working ice machine, thus they had the first ice cold beer here on 6th Street, right back there. Yep, that's what started it all. And the rest is history. We have the festivals here. We have the rallies. We have the Pecan Street Festival, Beaver Street Festival 2 times a year. And of course the Rot Rally just this past weekend. Yeah. There's Old School, guys. Great place to chill out. Get yourself a nice meal. Let them know Captain Daryl sent you on in to Old School. Best margaritas in downtown and the best view of all the craziness of 6th Street any time of the day. We're right there at the Iron Cactus. Looking at the Alamo Draft House Cinema, the old Ritz Theater right there. That used to be where all the big name entertainers would come to town and perform right there. Now part of the South by Southwest Film Festival. Moving on up now to the pizza place here, Polo's Pizzeria. Great pizza there, New York style. The actual building is the St. Charles House, St. Charles Hotel. Dates back to 1871, everybody, 1871. Very important year in Austin history because that's the year that the railroad came to town and connected Austin with the rest of Texas and the rest of the country. And that's when Austin really started to grow. And they were the first quality inn, quality hotel right there. Look at the wrought iron gate right back there, folks. That is where a lady by the name of Susanna Dickinson would sit her rocking chair 30 years after the Battle of the Alamo. And that's where she would basically tell you and anybody else around you the real and true story of the Alamo. She would sit right there and yell across the street at you, tell you to come over. She had a story to tell you. She was a businesswoman, but in her later years, she made it her life's mission to educate everybody and to let them know what really happened at the Alamo. One of 15 survivors, the only Anglo-white woman to survive. She spoke English so well, General Santa Anna pulled her out of the crowd. She and her small child would spare them, and she would then become known as the messenger of the Alamo from that point on. He would use her for propaganda, and as part of a prisoner exchange, she would actually be exchanged for 2 Mexican officers. 2 days after the battle, be given a horse and some money and sent on her way. And of course, she would end up right here in Austin with her second husband. Bat bar. Why do we have a bat bar, everybody, huh? Anybody know why? Because of our bats. Yeah, that's right, fill in the blank. We are famous for our Mexican free-tailed bats, and they are here in big numbers, and they're growing daily, and by the end of July, early August, we'll be at full strength. Full strength here, guys, is 1.5 million. 1.5 million Mexican free-tailed bats will be underneath the Ann Richards Congress Avenue Bridge, a.k.a. the Bat Bridge, about 6 blocks south of here. I will show you that Bat Bridge on the return trip. There's Voodoo Donuts right back there, guys, with the pink box. Telling you about it earlier. All right, any Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans on board by any chance? Irish fans? Any New England Patriot fans on board by any chance? Huh? Anybody? Sir, you need to be seated, sir. Thank you. Be seated, sir. You can. Baron by the name of Colonel Jesse Driscoll would build this right here. He knew a great business opportunity, and he would spend out of his own pocket, guys. Nobody helped him. He would spend out of his own pocket to build this hotel. You ready? $400,000 back in 1886 to build this right here. They've done a tremendous job, as you can see, preserving it through the years. Many owners through the years as well. But definitely a piece of Austin history right there. This is the historic wing you're looking at this side. The actual working hotel is the traditional wing on the 7th Street side. A lot of original things are in the actual lobby. If you go in there, original artwork, murals, pictures, etc. And television series Adam West passed recently, so they got a little thing there in honor of him at the Paramount. And by the way, Adam West, no stranger to Austin. He came to Austin many, many times in his lifetime to do different shows here. So, yep, very much a piece of history, Austin history, Adam West. Paramount Theater, been in business over 100 years, started back in 1915 as the Majestic, another Majestic in San Antonio, as we know. But they started as a Majestic right there. This is also where the South by Southwest Film Festival takes place in the springtime every year. All the movie stars will sit right in between those 2 theaters right there, the State and the Paramount. P03, you talk about tough. She was Texas tough. She had to be, right? I mean, there's no doubt about it. So as she got older, when people started messing with her, teasing her, she would give it right back. She would tell you off in a heartbeat. That's just, she was tough. You didn't mess with Ima. She lived to be 93, y'all. 93 with that name. Can you imagine? So if you think you're having a bad day, think of Ima. So it says it all right there. Let's take a look at the Lumberg Bakery right there. The old bakery, as it's also called. 1876 the year right there. Look at the eagle up top. Never been touched, removed, or power washed in about 20 years, it looks like. The balcony right there was where everybody would come to get married. They'd come over here to the Travis County Courthouse. The old parking lot right there, that's the old courthouse. Walk across with a photographer, get up there on the balcony, and boom, where all these trees were there, you had a clear shot of the happy couple, hopefully, happy couple, and in the background was the Capitol building. That's where all the great wedding photos were taken back then. And of course, needless to say, all the lawmakers, all the business people would meet underneath the overhang there and over a cup of coffee and, talk about the day, talk about current events, politics, etc. All right, let's take a look at our Capitol now as we come on up. Pink granite, red granite stone. We got the stone from a quarry called Granite Mountain in Marble Falls, Texas, about 80 miles to the northwest of here in the hill country. You name it, it happens here. We kind of got national exposure last weekend for the protest that was going on there. So that happens all the time anymore out here, especially on the weekends. We'll look at this wonderful Capitol building. We think it's beautiful, even though it was built by a couple of Yankees. Two brothers from Chicago came down to build the Capitol right there. Took them 7 years. The architect, Mr. Myers, hailed from Detroit, Michigan. Isn't that a beautiful thing right there? Beautiful piece of architecture. Yeah. And they're quacking and waving at us right now. So let's give them a wave and quack as we head on. Woo-hoo! It's Austin. It's weird. Need I say any more? Yep. I was told by a trooper, I think it was last summer, yeah, Captain Arrow, we have quackers and we're not afraid to use them. Okay. Sure Governor Abbott feels real safe when they're doing that, but anyway. All right, we are on Lavaca, as again, the river road. There's the Lavaca River. All of our river roads, by the way, are geographically correct, as you would see them on the map of Texas also. And the view of our capital to the right now. All right, let me tell you a little bit more about our capital here. It wasn't 17,000. The two brothers from Chicago presented a bill after 7 years of construction in the amount of, you ready? $3 million in 1888. That's a mess of cow back then. It's still a mess of cow today, as we say here in Texas. But here's the rest of the story. The two brothers from Chicago did not want to go back to Chicago for another winter. They kind of liked being warm down here, so they stayed down here. Made it happen. They said, okay, we want to stay down here. We want to become ranchers. So the state of Texas said, make a land company. Let's do a land deal. They did. We did. And we traded our capital for, you ready? 3 million acres of ranch land in 1888. What do we have plenty of in Texas to trade? Land. Yeah, no-brainer. Piece of cake deal right there. $1 an acre. The actual ranch existed in the West Texas Panhandle. Cowboys out on the cattle drives. They had the recipe with the spices and the meat, and we fell in love with it. And before long, it became our state dish, state food. Chili, by the way, guys, did you know that chili is still the state dish of Texas? It is not brisket. It is not tacos. It is still chili. Even though you ask people, they think it's tacos. I don't know. The famous UT Tower right there, folks. Built in 1936 for the 100-year anniversary of the Republic of Texas. See this little platform right here? That's where all the seniors get, and they'll put their horns up, right? And mom and dad or whoever will take that picture of them, the family picture, with the UT Tower in the background. Yep, pretty cool. We light up the top 13 stories in orange and white lights whenever there's a big sporting event win, something major happens on campus, either a letter or a number, and we put up the number 1 from time to time. not a lot recently, but from time to time. See the statue there? That's the Littlefield Fountain, named after Major George Washington Littlefield, and his base is in there. All the big names have shown there. If you're into art, that's it. If you're into history, boom! How many folks been through the Bob Bullock Museum? Look at all those hands go up. It's kind of what we do down here, isn't it, guys, huh? Either as a kid or an adult, you end up there. For the Native Americans all the way up to today, it's all there for you. Underground parking, elevator takes you up 2.5 to 3 hours, kick you out to the gift shop. They all kick you out to the gift shop. From the gift shop to the lobby and out to this store right here. Reason, see the gal in the store right there? Reason she's getting. I love it. Guys, everybody having a good tour? Learning a little bit? Enjoying yourself? We do appreciate you spending some time with us. I love it. I heard an accent back there. All right, let's take a look here at North Congress. Here's kind of like another little photo op. You can always come down here and park real quick and jump out and take this picture. This is where a lot of people get that picture right there of the Capitol Dome. To the left is the Frost Bank building, the owl building. See the owl ears sticking up? And behind the branch right here, as we move on up a little bit, there you go. There's the Austonian, the tall, slender building, 56 stories tall. The tallest building in Austin as of right now. That Austonian, by the way, the tall, slender building, you probably saw it as you came in the skyline. That is very prominent. That's what you usually see first. All right, let's talk more about our capital here. Let's see, pink granite, red granite stone from Marble Falls. Let's see, prison labor, Scottish millwrights built it. $3 million, two brothers from Chicago, the architect from Detroit. Here's something I haven't told you about our capital. Our capital is taller than the nation's capital, everybody. We're 7 feet taller than the one in D.C. Did you know that, huh? Does anybody know why our capital is taller than the nation's capital? All right, moving on.